I have a very, very special guest. I've had him on a couple times before. He is a real contactee of the Orions, Phil Coseski, and it is a pleasure and honor once again to have him on my show and discuss what his new updates and new information, what he has been disclosed by his Orion colleague. And I welcome Phil Coseski. How you doing, Phil?
Hi, Andrew. Thanks. Good.
Good. Everything all okay out there in Orange County? I always think of Orange County. I think Orange County near L.A., but Orange County, New York. Now, a lot of people who haven't heard my past shows may not know of your relationship and how you came about in your contact with your Orion colleague. And I believe she is from Ladies, or how to pronounce that, or
Latest, yep.
And could you briefly tell us how you first came about in contact with her and the background behind that? And then I know we're going to start delving into a plethora of questions and Q&A and disclosures that I know you have.
Sure. Well, this actually has been going on for decades. I've found out she's recently told me that she's been tracking me for like 30 years, and she's actually saved me several times in her tracking of me. But anyway, as far as the physical contact goes and seeing her ship and having sightings, this all began for me back in 2007 in July and August, when I came back out here to Pine Bush, New York, and started seeing her ship, and she brought it in close, and I videoed it, filmed it. These are triangular craft, and it was like a day, several days later, after I had filmed her ship, I was in a state of deep meditation, and all of a sudden I got words into my mind. I got some communication. I heard a female voice inside my mind giving me these words, telling me her name, telling me she was from Orion, telling me that the craft that I had seen the previous few nights past was actually her craft. And she just introduced herself to me, told me who she was, where she was from, what they were doing here. And they are from Orion, and they call the star Letus. It's near one of the belt. It's near the three main belt stars in Orion. And they've been here in Orange County for decades, and they have an underground base here. And a lot of their work, what they're doing here is like research, all kinds of things like this. And
now, you mentioned that they're Oxicarian race. How am I going to pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, and they call themselves in their Orion language Oxicarian, or Oxicars, and Oxicarian.
In your description of them, they're very more human-like, not grays or some reptilians, just very human-like.
Yeah, they're just like us. A little bit, their eyes are a little more oval, a little more cat-like. They look like they're more round, more oval-shaped. And the females tend to have more flaxen, white blonde hair, kind of flaxen white blonde. There's a few brunettes in there. But she's recently been telling me how agile their bodies are and how they can fall from great distances and not get injured.
Now, how tall are they about? They're the same
average.
Size?
Yeah, about average human size.
Yeah, and have you physically seen them, or is this done through meditation? Your contact?
I have physically seen my contact, the girl who's contacted me from this Orion girl. Her name is Abena. I have physically seen her once, I've been with her astrally several times. A lot of times she initiates contact that way, and I'll see her in the astral state.
So both astral state and you have physically seen her. So then
I have physically seen her once.
Yeah. Now, on the physical form, I remember. I know I'm jumping here, but you had mentioned before that, and being around them because of their high frequency of energy around them, you have to prepare yourself almost like your frequency or your through meditation so that you can physically handle being near them because of their high frequency. Is that correct?
That's very correct. They have an instant repulsion to the majority of Earth human thoughts and feelings, because their feelings and thoughts are already like many, many light years ahead of ours, and they're like, it's like a repulsion, a natural gravitational gravity, anti-magnetic repulsion, and so they're like instantly repulsed by a vibration that's not almost up to theirs. I mean, they can modulate theirs down to a level where they can be around us, but not for very long. I mean, they have to be very careful and very concentrated with their vibration, with their thoughts and everything like that, because it can cause them to lose control of their emotions. Their emotions are very, very intense, and if their emotions are not kept under really strict control through the thoughts, they can break out. I mean, they have control of them, but because of their higher development mentally, their emotional state is very intense and can be quite. They can get quite disturbed sometimes.
Sounds almost Vulcan-like, and it's not to sound Star Trek-y, but it sounds almost Vulcan-like. Let me ask you this. Now, they've contacted you, and have they also been through contact with other people around, either through astral state or physically around the world?
They haven't. Not this particular alien race. I haven't really asked them yet if they have contacted many others. They have contacted some members of a Black Ops group called the Brigade. It's kind of a universal Black Ops corps of elite type of people, consisting of military personnel, physicists, things like that. And occasionally they get in touch with them, or the brigade gets in touch with them for certain things.
And is that we're here, don't screw with us, basically, or is it more what reason why they would be dealing with these Black Ops?
Both. It's actually both of those, and it's maybe 10% for technology type things. I mean, my contact told me I'm sorry, go on.
So it's sort of like a semi-exchange.
Yeah, but it's very minimal. The Orions, they're not just handing them everything on a silver platter. They're making them work and do the research themselves for certain things. They're not just giving them over everything.